Hello everyone, my name is Saria, and I'm here with a submission for Summer Games Done Quick 2020 with the video game River City Ransom EX for the Game Boy Advance, released in 2004. The category that I will be showing you right now is any percent Wussy all cheats. The other category that I've already shown in a separate video is any percent Wussy no cheats. If you have not seen that video yet, if you are a GDQ staff person or anybody else watching this who doesn't know much about the game, I recommend that you check out the other video first, because if you do start with this one, you might get your brain scrambled by everything that is happening all at once in this category. It is fast, so it might help you to get a better idea of the game itself and how it works and yada yada everything to watch any percent Wussy no cheats, my video for that first. Now, with that out of the way, let's discuss why this category is what it is. Now, again, I'm going to try and explain the cheats thing again, because when we say cheats, we don't mean like actually doctoring your footage to get a better time or using other methods to like actually cheat in terms of trying to climb up the leaderboards in a fake way. It's not about that. When we say cheats, we mean using things that the game provides you, like cheat codes that exist within the game that you can name your character in order to get things like max stats or max money or special items. It also refers to the ability to strengthen your characters and build them any way you want, and then save them into the data of the game, and then you can restart the game, load up the save file of that character, and then use that character from start to finish. That is allowed in this category. In this category also is allowed changes in options in the in-game pause menu, which can affect things like the overall speed that every single character in the game moves at, damage inputs, damage quantities, there's damage modifiers, stuff like that, all allowed. So, this is basically the game being played as humanly fast as possible. That's what this category is. It is the true any percent for this game. And now I will show you what it looks like here. So I'm going to be going into the file here to use two characters that I have pre-made for this. This one I have modeled after the real-life person Red. This was in honor of him as he was going through some rough times in his life. And now it's time to go. So, we are moving at absurd speeds with our dash speed. It is insanely difficult to control, so this speed run has a lot of very precise movement requirements, and I'm going to be doing that for the entire 4 minutes and 30 seconds. It is brutal and it is fast, and I'm also using, as you can see, a special move where I teleport directly to the nearest enemy.
One person running made a huge difference.
That I'm facing. And that enemy has to be loaded on the screen before I can even trigger that move.
They run so seldomly in Wussy mode. They
if
run
there
all
are
the time in the higher category, or higher difficulties. Open the door for me, please. Thank you.
If there are no enemies on the screen loaded when I try to use this move, it will not work. And that was a nice thing that happened there, where while I'm running as fast as possible, and it's really hard to react to, I'm trying to run into the doors immediately, and sometimes a gang member will be emerging from the door and it will be open, and I don't even have to wait for the door to process its opening animation, and that saves half a second, which is huge in this category. And I'm doing a death warp there to get back to this boss that you have to backtrack for.
Don't get attached. This run is brutal, dude.
This run is insanely difficult to grind because it's, as I mentioned, it's tough to do those inputs for that entire 4 minutes and 30 seconds when you have no breaks. It's also mentally tough. And I'm trying to optimize the movement in every single room. Some rooms I believe it's faster to use the gang members as what I call a bridge. And so you can teleport. See, they're spawning at the one spawning in the middle, one spawns at the edge. So I just use them as a bridge. And you'll notice throughout this entire run that I'm walking to collect money. This is because as soon as you collect the money of a downed gang member, it spawns the next one. So it is so important throughout this entire run that not only am I collecting money quickly, but I'm hoping that the enemies spawn right next to money that has already appeared so I can collect it as fast as possible. and so far I'm getting decent luck with the enemies appearing right next to the money of their downed allies. And so far, this has been an insanely good pace in this run.
Oh my god, this is the god pace. Okay.
Indeed.
Breathe. Okay.
And you can see I have to almost immediately stop after I've begun my running inputs in order to not run straight past all these rooms. It's very, very precise. And rooms like this are very, very wide, which means there is a very low chance that the gang members will spawn next to the money of their defeated comrades. But I got very lucky in that room, and they actually did spawn next to the money very often, which is very rare, and that is what you need in order to get a great time in this game. It does depend a little bit on luck,
dude.
But also you can manipulate the spawning positions of gang members sometimes. As you can see, I messed up my movement there out of pure nerves. I was so nervous. But as I was saying, you can manipulate where enemies spawn in this game if you wait long enough, for one thing, and if you position yourself as far on one side of the screen that will ensure that they spawn on the other. So here's a room where that's a great example. This room is the widest, one of the widest in the game. All of these rooms are in the high school.
What's happening?
So I actually have no idea here where they're spawning, but because I actually took that time to wait, they stayed together. See, like that. That was incredibly amazing that I hit them both at once, and that saved a ton of time. This was the best that this room had ever gone for me.
Yes, it did.
It was such a high variance room. And this run goes just so fast. It's just lightning, lightning, lightning all the time. And you have to be able to react at just the drop of a penny. Or anything else that drops.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
And so,
please don't tell me I'm about to lose power or something.
The only thing left is to hit him a bunch.
That's the god run.
And that is River City Ransom EX completed as fast as possible. Yeah. So, as you can see, I believe that run has an appeal just in its pure, just raw, going fast value, and there's nothing that you can, it's almost impossible to look away because of just the absurd just pace of that run. And you honestly, thinking back, I'm just amazed that this run actually happened, because so much has to go right, and it just all did, and then I managed to not choke it away. But yes, and I am confident in my ability to still be able to perform that speed run to a similarly entertaining degree. I have this estimate here as 6 minutes, because even if I make a ton of mistakes and I get a lot of bad luck, honestly, our character is so powerful and we move so fast just by the standard that the time losses that we will incur, like at the maximum, are going to be like 5 seconds here and there if it's really, really bad. So this will also be a very marathon safe run to have as a very, very short slot in the marathon that you could just squeeze in somewhere. I believe that this run would also work well if you do end up accepting the River City Ransom any % Wussy no cheats. I believe this run could be a good incentive to hold out as a bonus run for people to meet, and then they'll see the game, the more fleshed out category that more people have run in any % Wussy no cheats, and then they'll be treated to this version of the game, which is just as fast as possible. And it's actually, there are no glitches in this game either. It's just raw gameplay, raw movement, raw execution. So yes, I hope that you find some appeal in this version of the game. Wow, it just goes. So again, I would briefly this time, I don't want to go as long-winded as I did in my other video, but I still want to extend my most sincere thanks to all of you who are working hard on making Games Done Quick possible, at all times. But especially if you're watching this video right now as part of the verification or submission team, you are the best. You're the greatest. Thank you so much. everyone, all of you at GDQ are amazing. All of you out there, I appreciate you. I appreciate you more than anyone else has ever been appreciated. The scale of appreciation. Anyway, yes, I mean it. I mean it. I really mean that. Again, just I'm so thrilled and honored to even be considered at all during this submission process, so thank you for that. I will carry this experience with me and treasure it forever. Again, talking about this category in terms of individuality, in terms of like bringing creativity to the table with speedrunning, I love this category because not only are you routing it in terms of just like getting from point A to point B in the game, like what you need to do, where you need to go, routing this game also involves putting your own unique stamp on the character that you create. You can experiment in every single possible way with trial and error in like giving them every single special move possible, seeing which ones might be faster than others, trying to find the secret shop that exists in this game that has some really kooky items with zany effects, and maybe experimenting with all of those and seeing which ones might actually be able to shave even more seconds off of this insanely optimized run. One of the items that I use in this game actually was from that secret shop that has a very special effect, and it almost doubles your maximum movement speed from your max stat in the game, which is why I was moving so almost uncontrollably quickly. Yeah, I adore the possibilities in routing this game by creating your own characters, and it's just, I just adore the individuality that provides to the speedrunner. I just think that's really cool, and I would love for this category to become more popular and for it to spread around in the speedrunning community, and if people find interest in it, then they could try that for themselves and try building their own character once they know more about the game and how everything works, and then they could try to engineer a character that is even better at running the game fast than mine that I came up with, and that would be the coolest thing ever. And I think to me that's what gaming has always been about to me. It's just like an utmost form of expression, self-expression, and to have more people come together and just push that to its absolute limit would be really cool, I think. And I think that also kind of represents the spirit of speedrunning as a whole, and I hope that you agree that that would be a cool thing to showcase at SGDQ 2020. So, without me saying any more words, I think that I would like to bid you all a very fond farewell. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Again, if you have any more questions about this, feel free to email me at the address that I provide, and I'll try to get back to you as fast as possible. And anybody else out there watching, if you have any questions or you would like to run this game yourself, please contact me on my account at speedrun.com, SEIREA, that's how you spell my username. And I would be stoked to respond to you and get you part of the community, get you running this game. We need you. We need more people. We're so ready to get this going as an awesome community, and just don't be shy. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to see you and see your times and see your own unique imprint on the future of this game. So I wish you all the very best. Dream on, friends. Peace. Have an awesome night or day.